I went to the next place where Pafco is what they call it. We refer to it as Pafco, Philippine AFCO training. They started off meeting in this church that has, I think they have like 3,000 members there, but this seats about 800 people. And I was astonished as to how tight that area was when they took it into the back. When they first started this program with the Philippine AFCO, they had, this was their kitchen area. And I thought, wow, are you kidding? They said, Pastor, look up and you can see holes in the ceiling. When it rained, it would come down. They just got to make sure that there's no food sitting right where the raindrops are coming. So it was very primitive. They started off this way and they were there for several years. Then you got to the area where they actually taught, and this is kind of up in the balcony. You're going around, this is the glass area here that you can look into the church. You have to go around this area to be able to get back here. And so here, they boarded off that area, and this area here was the office for Philippine AFCO. And then if you go through that door right there, then you got into the classroom area. And it was very, very loud through there because right outside the window is the main street, second floor. It's loud. You've got that going on. Those air conditions didn't work, so they never fixed it. You had fans running full blast, and from what I was told, this is where Pastor Jean taught them when he came over there. And this was another classroom that they had. Now, it's interesting when you go over there with the workers for AFCO, PAFCO, and the pastors that also stay in the area. They said, oh, Pastor, at Amazing Facts there in the U.S., do you stay there on the campus? And I thought for a moment, no, we don't stay. Well, who stays on the campus? Nobody, except Pastor Rod now. But I guess they're used to that because you can't afford to stay elsewhere. So they all congregate to the same place. From this area, Pafco moved to this area here, which this whole compound is actually the Philippine Publishing House, what they consider that. This was the church area through here. This was the old publishing offices here. So Pafco rents this area from them, and they rent this area here, and I think part of this back area. So the guys stay back here, the offices are back here, the classrooms here, the girls' dormitory is here, the kitchen or the cafeteria, they call it the canteen, is right here, and then there's off residential areas through here, and I was staying right on the corner in one of the rooms right there. This is another view of that area. So this was the girls' dorm, canteen, and then you had the guest rooms through that area. When you go back over to the chapel area, the church, this is the main branding that they had, AFCO or Amazing Facts Philippines. The pastor of this particular church, Pastor Joel Sarmiento, he was so instrumental in getting Amazing Facts involved. He's the one that actually got Amazing Facts on Hope Channel, Philippines. I'll show you a few more pictures of this area. These are some of the staff that's there. Kevin, how many of you know Kevin Pingle? This is Kevin's wife, Jessalou, and then this is Hillary, and this is Jessalou's sister, Jel, and that's Neil. He's one of the IT people, and they're both in the media area, and she handles the registration for them. Inside the chapel, it's a very cavernous place. Once again, tile, it's very loud. You've got all the fans going, but they have the sound tuned in pretty good there. So they did some renovations, and the renovation that Amazing Facts supported them, it made a big difference for them to be able to get that. They've got 2 monitors up there. Kevin does a very good job. He was trained by Lowell Hargraves many years ago. So he took over after Lowell left and went to Africa. Here's another shot of the training area as they're going. The cost, I forget, do you know what the cost is to go to AFCO here? I think it's like $5,000, $6,000. $6,000. Over there, It's with housing, with your attire stuff, it's less than $1,000. So you have to pay for your airfare. But you may think, oh, let's go over there. Keep in mind, there's no air conditioning in this area, nor where you stay in your dormitory room. And they do study very hard. Every opportunity they can, they're memorizing, they're learning things, and they've only been in session here at this new place now. It was just 2 weeks. And so they did a really good job there. I brought a lot of the little giveaways, like a couple hats, water bottles, and things to give away. And just to be able to receive those things, I quizzed them on different things. They were so thrilled to be able to get amazing facts stuff. This is Kevin teaching them. And you can hear the echoing. On the left side, you'll see where the guys are, because these are all the girls. There were more girls, but you'll see right there, that's Emerson. Emerson is from Virginia, actually. I had a friend call me and say, hey, this guy really wants to go to Pafco. I said, well, the problem is it doesn't start until August, and it's really going to be in New York this year. He's like, well, he wants to go now. Is there any? I said, the only thing he can do is go to the Philippines. So they arranged for it really quick. This poor kid just graduated from high school last June, and he's never been outside the US, didn't have a passport. This was now just after Christmas. They expedited everything, bought the plane ticket. When I flew from Sacramento to San Francisco on the 30th of January to start heading out there, he was in San Francisco waiting for me. So they booked him the seat so that I could escort him over there. And so he was sitting right next to me the whole flight. I escorted him over there, got him ready. I mean, the kid's probably going through culture shock, trauma, the whole thing, food change as well, and all that. And one of the things I found that's kind of interesting, I wasn't standing on anything. That's my height right there. And so I walked around this thing, and thankfully they had like foam corners, because I would bump into it with my chest and was like, ouch, that hurts. You can imagine with somebody's head. I ended up, when I was playing the piano out there, they had this little keyboard, and after a couple of days, Kevin realized, well, they needed to get a new piano. They were going to hold off anyways. He says, well, since you're here, let's get the piano now. So I was able to play on this piano, which actually is, I think, yeah, this is a CLP. This is a YDP. So Mike, they actually have a better piano than what we have over here. I was able to visit one of the donors out there with Kevin, and this guy runs a company that does medical supplies, and he donates. He's considered a big donor out there, and he donates about $450 a month out there. This was their staff. They had quite, because it's an Adventist company, they had quite a number of Adventist workers there. Then we were able to visit the union office over there, and in the Philippines, Adventism is growing very, very quickly. And so they've had to divide unions up from one area, divided in half. Now they're dividing left and right, top to bottom. And so they're splitting up again. So there's a lot of different areas. In the Hope Channel area, they actually have a little bit bigger studio than what we have over there that they've modified. And it's all because of Joel that was working with that. This is another area of the studio. And this is Joel over here on the left side. That's Joel Sarmiento, and he was the one that has been so pivotal in getting amazing facts. So this was the whole team that was there that came out. Everybody there in the blue shirts, including the lady in the black dress, they're all with Amazing Facts Philippines there. And this closing shot is front row are all the students. The back row is the staff that was working there. and they wanted me to organize that picture for them. And many of the students are in their late 20s, early 30s, and they're hungry to go out there as Bible workers. And the thing that I found out too that's very interesting is when you go as a Bible worker, you guys graduated from Pafco, the church pays for you if you're going to be a Bible worker, but not in the Philippines. If you're a Bible worker out there, Pafco actually pays for you to be a Bible worker out there because the church doesn't put in anything. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, but I'm putting a plug in. If you want to give some of your offering for Pafco, they could certainly use it because they are doing a good work out there. And it was a blessing to be able to share. I preached 2 hours. I did the evening revivals for them. On the Monday, I preached 2 hours, and then pretty much all morning long, I did 4 classes on Tuesday for them. And then Wednesday, Thursday, they had outreach. So all the students hop in a jeepney. How many of you know what a jeepney is? They had all these leftover jeeps. They hop in a jeepney and they go out to their territory. Many years ago, I tried to get in a jeepney, and it was the most uncomfortable thing. It was like I was crawling into a sardine can. I couldn't fit in that because the ceiling's low. I'm sitting like this, and every time they hit a bump, I would get squished up to the ceiling. But so Pafco, support them if you can. Keep them in your prayers, because this work is not just going on here, but it's going on all over the world.